Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 18th. This week, you start with this Buy the Book card and this community card. Yeah, I think I feel pretty good about this Buy the Book card. It's almost like I don't really think that it's saying buy the book. I think it's just saying that this week is just going to be pretty straightforward. You know, I think things are going to go exactly how you think they're going to go, and that's it. That could be a good thing. The community card, definitely. I think you've had a lot of community cards with me over the past few weeks, and so there could be a lot of benefits from, that you're getting from the people around you, or the people that are in your life could be helping you out in some way, or, could be providing guidance or insights or whatever the case may be. And so I would definitely, pay attention to what people are saying, or whatever around you, because they could be trying to guide you. You have the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. I feel pretty good about this as well, because I feel like you're releasing some sort of burden. This could have to do with like a wish, going down to the Star card. Personally, I don't really look at the Star as a wish card. I know a lot of people do, but to me, the Star is more of like a guiding light or something that you're focused on. But of course, you could be focused on a wish. And in this reading, I kind of feel like you are. I kind of feel like you're getting something off of your chest, or you're finally, it feels like a release to me. Maybe that's a better way to put it, with the 10 of Wands. So I think that some of you are having like an energetic release. It's like instead of thinking about doing something, you're actually doing it this week, which is great. So it's like if you've been thinking about, what would happen if I started writing that book, or, started that business, or did whatever, I think that a lot of you are having that type of release where you're finally starting. And that's really I'm not getting anything traditional 10 of Wands off of this card. It's really just saying to me that you're having like a big release, and it feels good. So, I think it's a good thing. You have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands says don't give up, of course. It says keep going. 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. But 9 of Wands is also my card of innovation. He is, it's kind of my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. He has tried to do something 8 times, and now he's on his last try right here. And so I think you need to try something again, or you need to try something one more time. And it could be anything. It's literally, I think you probably, know what this is if this message is for you. It's like maybe you've been thinking about giving up on your business or your career or something that you want to create. And I feel the 9 of Wands is saying, give it one more good try, like an honest try here, Cancer. And I think things will work out better for you this time. And yeah, that's what I feel there. You have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords wants you to follow your curiosity. So if you are interested in something, like I feel like you really need to explore it, especially if it's like a new idea or a new direction for your life. The Page of Swords wants you to be curious and wants you to really look into things and like do your research and figure things out. And that's it. That's all I get on that Page of Swords energy. So let's see. With the 10 of Wands, you have the 10 of Cups. Yes, major release. Like I said, 10 of Cups is fortune after difficulty, good things happening after a difficult period of time. So there definitely could be some sort of big improvement coming in for you with the 10 of Cups, or a lot of happiness. Like I said, I also feel that there could be like some sort of blessing, or there are blessings that are coming in for you with the 10 of Cups. So I really like to see that, of course, as well. With the 9 of Wands, you have the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, then it's for you. Like when you truly believe it deep down inside. But these two cards both represent not giving up. The 9 of Wands is a card of perseverance. The 7 of Wands is a card of persistence. Isn't it funny that I said you have to try one more time? And, that would be being persistent. So I feel that 7 of Wands is definitely encouraging kind of like persistence. I also feel this is saying like the more that you can develop that belief inside of you that something is definitely for you, the more likely it is that it is for you. So I think you really need to work on your beliefs, or you really need to believe that you can accomplish something or do something, or that something's for you, and then it will be for you. With the Page of Swords, you have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is about going on an adventure, being spontaneous. Yeah, like I wouldn't, Pisces had a very similar message, and I'm wondering if it's like a water sign thing. But I wouldn't like have too much of a plan this week. I think with the Star, it would be great to have that big picture goal, like one thing that you want to accomplish. But the Knight of Wands always says to me, like, how you get there doesn't really matter. So, I think that the Knight of Wands is encouraging you to like have the end goal in mind, but like don't be too rigid with the plan that you're following. And I definitely get that message for you on this Knight of Wands. Like it's really saying to me, like you have to be flexible with your plans or how something is going to work work out or how something is going to come into your life. And that's what I would do there. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Nightingale spirit says love is all around. You have this Buffalo spirit says the abundant universe will provide. Yeah, a lot of abundance this week as well. This could be love. You have 2 pages, King of Swords, King of Wands. So there definitely could be a person that's coming in for you if you're looking for love. The Nightingale also kind of represents being capable of much more than you realize. The Nightingale's like this tiny little bird, and I have another deck where it's sitting on this gigantic egg, and it kind of says that you are capable of much more than you realize. The Buffalo, of course, like I said, is abundance, which is great. You have the 8 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I do feel like you have to set yourself free from something here. The 8 of Swords is self-imposed restriction, and the 8 of Swords is only looking at one way of doing things when there are many. And that's what I was kind of saying on that Knight of Wands. I really feel like that Knight of Wands is saying you need to set yourself free, make sure that you're looking at all the possibilities in your life, and that you're not only thinking that there's only one way of doing things when there are many. And I think as long as you're flexible, then things will go very well for you. Next, you have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles could be communication. I will say, we go Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the King of Swords. I don't know. I think it's you, Cancer, that I have been saying, that you could be attracting someone who is hard to read, or, sometimes I think that King of Swords is just a person that you don't know yet. And so I feel like there needs to be communication here. The King of Swords is only hard to read because you don't know this person yet. So again, if you want love, there could be a new person. But in the Page of Pentacles would definitely be a new person. But the Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness. So we usually have to, like if we're talking about a person here, we usually have to learn about the person. And also we have to communicate with the Page of Pentacles as well. So, this could represent communication. You have the King of Wands. If this is love, which, again, I'm still not ready to call this a love reading, even though you have that card that says love is all around. If it is, the King of Wands is very good because this would represent like a lot of desire and a lot of attraction. This could also be you needing to be more bold and assertive in accomplishing like a goal, wish, or dream. With the star right here, like I said, I think this star is a wish for you this week, but it's like something that you've had your eye on for a long time, like something that you've been wishing for a long time. And, again, with the star, we have to work towards it. So I'm not saying that you're getting a wish this week, but what I am saying is that you might be taking your first steps. With the 8 of Swords, yes, you have the Hierophant, The Hierophant is inside the box thinking. The Hierophant says we have to think outside of the box to be able to get what we want. And, the 8 of Swords says the same thing. The other thing with the Hierophant is that the Hierophant can say that the thing that's holding you back is traditions or the stories that you have in your head. So a lot of you, whatever you're trying to accomplish, it doesn't matter. But I would look at the stories in your head or the stories that you're telling yourself, and I would say, like, are these really necessary, or is what I'm talking about here, is it really necessary, or is there another way I could do things? And I would just stay open and flexible. I was definitely getting that energy on the Knight of Wands and also the 8 of Swords. So there you go. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the 5 of Cups. I think you need to let go of your past story as well. So if you want love, the 5 of Cups could say that it's time to release a past connection because you have 2 cups right behind you. And you need to start looking at something new. The Page of Pentacles is all about something new or a new connection. So I think you have to let go of past hurts or traumas or regrets or whatever the case may be. With the King of Wands, you have the 7 of Pentacles. Yes, 7 of Pentacles is a change in direction. And so he's looking at those 7 Pentacles and he's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze with those 7 Pentacles? He's wondering, if it's worth it to grow these Pentacles more, or should he just go grow something else or do something else? And I can't answer that question for you. You have to look at everything that you have done up until this point and say, is it worth it or not? And that's really what I would do with the 7 of Pentacles is kind of maybe, I kind of feel like you are making a change because we go up to the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is also kind of in a comfort zone. The 7 of Pentacles, he's not really in a comfort zone, but he kind of is because he just has grown those 7 Pentacles over and over and over again. So you could argue that it is a comfort zone. The 3 of Wands, he's standing on the top of that hill and he needs to get on those boats and go on an adventure. So I think for a lot of you, that this is saying that it's time for you to follow your heart, because we go up to the Queen of Cups, which is your card here, Cancer, and the Queen of Cups really values her heart, what her intuition is telling her to do, what her mind is telling her to do, everything. She puts it all together, and she makes a decision from there. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Nourish card and this Closure card. Yes, I think some of you need to get closure maybe from the past, or maybe you just need to provide your own closure. Again, I don't really think, I think the closure thing is a little bit silly. Like, I understand why. Like, I'm not picking on anyone here, right? But what I would say is, it's like, as an adult, do you really need closure? I really don't think you do. I think it's just something that people say. Like, I need closure. It's like, why? The person left you. It's like, they left you, and, it might sound harsh, but we have to get over it, right? And just say the person left. It's like, you don't really need, like, what is knowing the answers really going to accomplish? It's not going to accomplish anything. It's like, I think a lot of people spend way too much time in that needing closure stage when they could just focus on improving themselves and find something that's 1,000 times better, right? And so, I think this is saying, do you really need closure? And again, like I said, I'm not picking on anyone. I'm not telling anyone what to do here. I'm just saying. That's it. You have this Nourish card. I think this Nourish card is saying you need to nourish yourself, and that's about it. You have the King of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Star. Again, I do feel like you could, I feel like I said this to you recently as well, I'm pretty sure, and I feel like you could be attracting someone where it's like, you don't know this person. The other vibe that I'm getting here is that it could just be a person who's different than your usual type. I think, again, it's that all of us pick the same type of person over and over and over again until we learn whatever we needed to learn. And so maybe this person really isn't closed off. Maybe it's just a different type of person that you have to learn, and I kind of get that energy here. Definitely could be someone who's older than you as well. There could be some sort of age gap here. I'm definitely getting that. You have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of expansion. Three of Wands, again, he's standing in this comfort zone at the top of this hill. The story of the Three of Wands is that he's looking at this water and it's golden in color, so he thinks it's the desert, and nothing, there is no opportunity in the desert. But when he looks closer, he sees the boats and he realizes he's looking at water where there's an abundance of opportunity. And I definitely feel that we are in a time where we need to pay attention to opportunities that come our way, because at first glance, the opportunities might not look like opportunities, but when we look closer, there might be more of an opportunity than we thought. So, I feel like this is saying, again, be flexible. I don't really usually think that Cancer has a hard time being flexible, but there is something about this reading that's really, I think, encouraging flexibility. But maybe it's more saying, like, no assumptions, right? No, especially with that Hierophant card there. If you get an opportunity, your first instinct might be, oh, this isn't going to work, or it doesn't work, or whatever, but maybe it actually does. You have the Star. And again, I was getting something about a wish here, but I think this is something you've been wishing for, that you see as a star. Again, the star is like having a North Star. It's like having that one thing, that one big goal, wish, or dream that you manifest or you create. I feel like you need to realize that something is for you as well. Like, if you have your eye on something, like an opportunity, any opportunity could be for anything. I think the star is really saying, like, yeah, this is a star, but it is meant for you. So I think you need to, like, pay attention to that with the Star card as well. It's almost like if I put myself in your shoes, which is how I read, it's like you see something as above you, but really, like, it is, but it's not, It's like maybe you never thought that it would be possible for you to make, $10 million a year. Maybe it's above you, but it's like, really, I think it's a lot closer than you think. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy or any of that stuff, but if you get to work, then you can manifest it. So I would get to work. Next, we didn't even clarify that row. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of a cold here, so I'm a little bit losing my mind, right? With the King of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords says to get out of your head as well. Nine of Swords also says that there are other ways of doing things. He's had a nightmare, and he's woken up and he's stuck in a nightmare, but he just needs to get out of the bed. The whole point of the Nine of Swords is that he needs to get up out of this bed, and he will set himself free. With the Three of Wands, you have the Empress. There you go. Definitely very attractive at this time here, Cancer. So if you're looking for love, definitely could be attracting love. I think you're just attracting abundance in general. It could be whatever type of abundance you want. But again, when you think about it, the ocean, which he is looking at on that Three of Wands, is very abundant. But he had to look closer. And so I think that there could be an opportunity this week that comes in, and I would look closer at the opportunity because I think it's much more abundant than you think. With the Star, you have the Nine of Wands. Yes, Nine of Wands says throw stuff, innovate. Star is Aquarius, and Aquarius is the sign of innovation. The Nine of Wands, we said, is the card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And with the Page of Pentacles as well, I think it would be an amazing week for innovation, experimentation, trying new things. If I were you, that's all I would do. Plain and simple. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the Set Healthy Boundaries card. It says, claim your power, know your value today. Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands together definitely represents drawing a line in the sand with your boundaries. Like saying, this is what I'm willing to accept into my life, and I'm not going to accept anything else. You have the Seek guidance in this. It says, it is time for a different perspective. Yes, the Nine of Swords is one perspective. The Three of Wands is a good card, but, it's a card of expansion, but it is a card of one perspective. He has to get onto those boats to expand his perspective. That is the whole point of the Three of Wands. He cannot gain a new perspective from where he is. If he gets on those boats and goes on an adventure, he's about to go see the world, he will gain a million perspectives. And, I think this is encouraging you to open up to the world so that you can gain a million perspectives, right? You have the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Queen of Cups is about following your heart and following your intuition. It is also your card, Cancer. So whenever you show up as yourself, especially in the good stuff, that kind of puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. So I feel that there could be a lot of success and good stuff coming in just because of that Queen of Cups. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. It's also the card of gratitude and luxuries. So there could be a lot of just nicer things coming in for you with the Nine of Pentacles. And I kind of feel like the universe wants you to get to this place where you're just enjoying life. I kind of look at the Nine of Pentacles as like, she might not be like mind-blowingly wealthy, but she is definitely in a good position in her life. And that's what I would focus on here with the Nine of Pentacles, is just, kind of focusing on creating a nice life where you don't have to worry about things. Now, she brings heaven down to earth. The whole point of the card is that she's creating heaven on earth. And, again, she might not have this right now, but she is focused on doing it. So, I would think about, what would your heaven on earth be, and how can you bring it down to earth? You have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can represent taking a risk or needing to take a risk. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to step out of anything that you've been going through and, take a risk at this time, especially in the good stuff. The Five of Swords definitely represents kind of stepping out of a comfort zone and taking a risk. He is victorious, this guy at the front. So if you take a risk, I think you will have a victory. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Four of Swords. Four Swords can represent resting, relaxing, recovering, or healing. So I feel a lot of you could be healing at this time. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you right now, I think there is an opportunity that you need to look closer at, for sure. I think this is a much more abundant opportunity than you think at first. And for most of you, this is probably financial. This could be one of those things where it's like sometimes I think people don't realize what a job can provide other than money. It's like, there have been jobs, although I haven't had many. I started my first business when I was 16 and I was out of there. And what I would say there is that there have been jobs that have taught me things that have benefited me in other areas of my life. And that's kind of what I get here. It's like, I think that maybe you're getting an opportunity where it's like you don't really, you're not going to realize the benefit of the opportunity and maybe for a year or 2 years into the future. I think it's not going to be immediately apparent to you, but I would do it because I think there's going to be a lot of abundance that comes in. With the Five of Swords, you have the Two of Wands. I knew the Two of Wands was going to come up. I should have said it, especially with that Three of Wands right here. Two of Wands, again, is about leaving a comfort zone, but showing up in the good stuff. And so the Two of Wands can represent, in the good stuff, making progress. You have this Cane card. It says, pay attention to your health. Yeah, it could be a time of healing for you. And, I think it is for everyone. We have all these retrogrades at the end of the year. I would just make sure you're healthy, and that's it. You have this bow. It says you are highly thought of. Yeah, it could be a lot of positive attention with that star card. The star can shine a light on us, and you could be getting a lot of attention for the things that you're accomplishing. You have this Throne card. It says position of authority. You could say that the King of Swords is a card of authority, and that's what this opportunity could be. It could be a position of authority, and maybe what you don't realize is in a year or two, because of this position of authority, you get another job offer that makes you very successful, or maybe it teaches you something that leads to another opportunity. So again, any opportunities for authority I would take. You have this Flowers card that says happiness on it. So I think you will be very happy moving forward into the future. I would definitely focus on happiness with that 10 of cups. 10 of cups is kind of like a choice. They are choosing to focus on those 10 cups above their head, but they are standing in the real world. So they are choosing to be happy. They are making the choice of happiness. And that's exactly what I would do here with this 10 of cups is I would make the choice to be happy. And I think that will benefit you the most. You also have this goldfish. It says increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. So I think that for a lot of you, there definitely could be a lot of wealth. I love goldfish. I actually had a dream that I was surrounded by goldfish the other night, and I'm like, I love it. Abundance, right? So I think that there could be a lot of abundance or prosperity coming in. Looks really good, Cancer. I think big changes. I would pay attention to this opportunity, whatever it is, but looks really good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.